Right, there we are. Do you like stories? This is a story with a complete pack of playing cards. And it's a story all to do with a certain friend of mine. He's a bit of a heartthrob and a bit of a knave. In fact, he's one of those chaps that has a habit of turning up. He'll probably turn up this afternoon as well. So let's have a little look. Oh yes, there he is, the knave of hearts. I bumped into him in the street the other day. I said, how are you getting on? He said, well, he said, I've had a bit of luck. I said, oh yes. He said, yes. He said, as a matter of fact, he said, you know I like the GGs. He said, I put some money on some horses down at Cheltenham. I said, did you win? He said, yeah. I said, how much? He said, £3,000. I said, well, if you're a gambling man, I said, I bet you haven't got the nerve to go and put all that £3,000 back on another horse. Oh yes, he said. So away he went, you see. Right down to Cheltenham Racecourse. Would you give those a shuffle? Thank you very much. Anyway, it took him a while to go back down there. You know, it's a long way all the way through Cheltenham out to Prestbury. And I saw him again. I said, did you lose? He said, no. He says, as a matter of fact, I won. I said, again? He said, yes. Got me original stake back and another £3,000. I said, that's wonderful. I said, you want to treat yourself to a little bit of a party. So you see, that's what he did. Back as he goes into Cheltenham, looking around all the drinking haunts. He finishes up in the Queen's Hotel. Now, when you're in the bar there, you know how it is, you meet some of these characters in pubs. They're always a bit of a joker. There's always one in every pub. And so there's the Joker. There he is. Now, do you happen to know who this Joker actually is? I'll tell you, it's the infamous Diamond Jack. Of course, Diamond Jack sees all this money. He said that we ought to have a little bit of a party. My mate said, wonderful. He said, let's go back to my place. So that's what they did. When they got back there, my mate Diamond Jack said, well, he said, there's only the two of us. We ought to have a few. He said, I'll go and get some of my mates. So off he goes down the road and around the corner and up the street, past the bookies. And I think he also went past the Spar shop as well. On the way back, he had to cross over the road. So there we go. Let's go. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There we go, cross the road. And when he get back to the flat, it was up one flight of stairs, and up two flights of stairs, three flights of stairs, and four flights of stairs. And he arrived back. He said, we're in luck, he said, because I managed to get a couple of my dark-haired friends. Oh, says my mate, that's absolutely wonderful. He said, have a couple of pounds for going. Then Diamond Jack said, well, there's all four of us here. He said, what we really need is some girls. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I'll go and get some girls. So down the road he goes, you see, round the corner and up another block of flats and across the road. And on the way back, of course, he has to cross the road. There we go, cross the road. Comes back to the flat, and that was up one flight of stairs, up two flights of stairs, three flights of stairs, and four flights of stairs. He said, we're in luck, he said, because I managed to get two red-headed young ladies. And my mate said, absolutely wonderful. He said, have a couple of pounds for going. He said, where did you get those girls from? Well, said Diamond Jack, in town there is a club. It's called the 468 Club. 468 Club. Then my mate said, well, it's all very nice. He said, but there's only two girls. There is four of us. We're not like that. Oh, Jack says, I'll go and get some more. So off he goes down the road. And, of course, round the corner and up the street and across the road again. On the way back, naturally, he has to cross the road and finishes up back at the block of flats. Up one flight of stairs, two flights of stairs, three flights of stairs, and four flights of stairs. And he said, we're in luck, he said, because I managed to get two dark-haired young ladies. Oh, says my mate, that's wonderful. Have another couple of pounds for going. He said, where did you find those girls from then? Diamond Jack said, well, the same place, the 4, the 6, the 8 Club. Well, that's fine. Then Diamond Jack said, look, there's 8 of us here. Do you think it's about time we had a little jug? Oh, yes, says my mate. Here's 3 tenors. Go and get some booze. So off goes Diamond Jack down the road. And of course round the corner and up one block of flats, and this time I actually think he stopped at the off licence, but I'm not really sure. On the way back he had to cross the road, arrives back at the block of flats, up one flight of stairs, two flights of stairs, three flights of stairs, and four flights of stairs. He said, we're in luck, he said, I managed to get 3 bottles of King's whiskey. And my mate said, wonderful. He said, did you get any change? He said, yeah, I got a £5, well, I'll keep it for going. He said, where did you find the whiskey from? Well, actually, he said it was back at the same club, the 4, the 6, and the 8 Club. And then Diamond Jack said, well, we're all here. We got the birds and we got the booze. What we really need is something to eat. Ah, says my mate, here we are. Here's a £5. Go down to Chinese and get some grub. Well, off goes Jack down the road. He was back in no time at all. He said, a £5 for 8 of us. He said at this time of night, he said, all I managed to get was a couple of chalk ices. Chalk ices? Bob Bob? My mate said, wonderful, have a couple of pounds for going. Then he said, here, he said, how old are you? Oh, said Diamond Jack, I'm 36. My mate said, that's funny. He said, you don't look a day over 59. He said, are you married? Oh yeah, how long have you been married? 7 years. Any kids? Yeah, 4 little boys, 3 little girls. Not bad for 7 years. My mate said, I remember. Benghazi. Diamond Jack said, I've never been to Benghazi. Neither have I, said my mate. Must have been 2 other chaps. He said, but I do remember you. He said, it was in 1977. And we were playing cards. He said, I always remember you had the 5, 7 and 8 of hearts and the 10 of clubs and the king of clubs. He said, but I won, he said, because he said I had 3 9s and a pair of aces, and that's the story of Diamond Jack.